We all know the lawsuit between Bitboy and Atozy that was going on and ultimately got dropped, which is a good thing because it was a ridiculous lawsuit to begin with. But some more things have come out that make Bitboy look even worse than he did originally with just filing this lawsuit because of how he acted and wanted it to actually go down. And when it didn't follow his own path, he actually ended up backing out and dropping it. So we already made a video talking about this and going over this whole situation with Atozy versus Bitboy and the tweets that were going out and what everyone was talking about. But in Bitboy's response, he actually kind of gives away why he dropped this lawsuit in the first place.
It wasn't supposed to get this far. So at this point, like I said, there is nothing really we can do. The money is came in on his side. The lawsuit was never about money. So hopefully, Atozy, now that we're going to be officially dropping this, I emailed my lawyer about 15 minutes before we went on air here. So that is going to be happening.
So this is something that we could really pay attention to because how he talks about dropping it is saying because the money came in on his side.
Money is came in on his side. Money is came in on his side. Money is came in on his side.
Which ultimately just shows that he only went after Atozy because he thought that there was a chance that he wouldn't be able to defend himself. He wouldn't be able to get the money together to actually defend himself. But once he did, that all of a sudden this lawsuit became a problem for him. Truly doesn't make any sense because Atozy is not a really small YouTuber. He has over 1 million subs. He obviously has the platform to be able to go out and talk to his audience and rally them around. And when you know how dumb of a lawsuit this was, I mean, people are going to back him over you. And even Bitboy tried to take shots at this originally with his tweet talking about how his fans are going to be able to get $10 from their mom's purse. So he was kind of throwing shade, thinking that there's no way that Atozy would be able to raise any money, but he did. Atozy ended up raising like $200,000 to fight this. And as soon as that money came in, Bitboy cowered down and didn't want to take the fight anymore because all of a sudden he wasn't able to be the bully and he wasn't able to dictate how everything happened. And now he had to go on the defensive and apologize and say he just didn't want it to become public. And to make it even worse, Bitboy on his podcast thing was trying to say that it's not about money. He just didn't want it to get public. But because Coffeezilla came out with a video kind of talking about this, he said that he reached out to Bitboy to tell him he was going to make this public and he was going to talk about it because he thought this lawsuit was ridiculous by itself.
Way back in December, guys, of 2021, I knew Bitboy was planning to sue Atozy, and I told him that I was going to make a video about it because I thought it was frivolous and bullying, and I gave him a media request to respond to. Here's the email proving it. So this whole thing of like, oh, I expected it to be private. I didn't know it would be leaked to the press. That's why I'm suddenly changing my mind. That's not true.
So this just really drives the nail in the coffin that he is all about the money and being able to be the bully in a situation where if he doesn't think he can control that situation, he immediately backs down and runs away and doesn't want anything to do with it all of a sudden, even though he's the one who made it a big deal and wanted to do it. Even though everyone kind of expected that he was doing this because he could be the bully and had the money to kind of fight this, now we know for a fact that that is the sole reason he did it, is because he had the money that could back it. Because even though he said he didn't want it to be public, he knew it was going to be public, and Coffeezilla was the person who was going to make it public. Also in the past with Bitboy, he did have a problem with Anthony Pompliano, who had the Better Business Show. He ran for a long time, a live stream. On that stream, Pomp called out Bitboy, said he was running scams, said he didn't agree with what he was doing, didn't like what he was talking about. And Bitboy actually came on his show. They had a whole debate going on, but ultimately, he didn't sue Pomp.
I'm going rogue right now. I see in the chat that people are saying that there's another person, this guy Bitboy Crypto, who's talking all this shit, saying that we sound like boomers on our altcoin takes. Here's my deal. I refuse to go stuff coins down the audience's throat so that I can pump my own bags. But that's exactly what's happening over there. If you go and you look at the headlines, at the titles, etc., there's literally people that are telling you absolute trash shit coins are going to $10, $15, $20 that are sitting at less than a penny or sitting at a couple of cents. And ultimately what occurs is you're watching people who are literally taking their money, they're investing in things, and then they're running to the audience, and they're not explaining to anybody what is actually going on, why there's true value being built, interviewing the founders, or any of that stuff. All they're telling you is price targets.
Seems like he's all for debating people that he deems to have money that he doesn't want to fight, but for going against people that don't have money, he is all about throwing the lawsuit in there to be the bully. And if you think all of this in just this case is bad and makes him look bad and makes you look at him saying that he's just trying to be a bully, it's not even the first time that he's done this. Spencer Cornelia has a video where he dug into kind of the past of Bitboy and the other lawsuit that he filed, and he filed it because someone called him some mean names on a podcast that he tried to reach out and say that things that didn't happen happened and that he was all of a sudden a victim of something.
Armstrong from Bitboy Crypto, Tyler Swope, aka Chico Crypto,
the best.
Right, scraping the bottom of the barrel there. But...
Oh yeah,
This is gonna be
Bitboy.
fun.
and last but
Oh yeah,
not least,
Bitboy. You fat fuck.
So that clip of just that interaction was enough to just set Bitboy Crypto off and just have a field day with him and go out and set a lawsuit because someone said something mean to him. And all this would be all well and good and nobody would care. The internet would not be against Bitboy Crypto if he just kept it all on YouTube. If he wanted to be all this drama and put it on YouTube and make YouTube videos calling out people and going back and forth, nobody would hate on that. Maybe people would hate that, what he's doing and this, that you have talk about that, but you wouldn't have the entire internet rallying against you because ultimately that's what YouTubers do. If there's drama, you make videos on it, you can go back and forth with people and it's entertaining for the audience to watch. But when you take it that step forward and you go legal with it and you're filing lawsuits, nobody is going to be super supportive of that. But ultimately, Bitboy got exposed for the wannabe bully that he is. And once he lost that leverage, all of a sudden it became a massive problem to continue this lawsuit. And he says that he didn't want it to become public, but he knew it was going to become public. So the real reason, which he did slip up and say, was because Atozy actually got some money. So the truth's out. We all have a glimpse into the true character of Bitboy and what he's really about. And it's just not really good.
Money is came in on his side. Money is came in on his side. Money is came in on his side.